that, but it's Tebow, so that's probably why.
We're now joined by Kaian Roberts-Day, Festus High School athlete. Of course, can pretty much play wherever he wants, but he has absolutely blossomed and was at Baylor in Waco over the weekend. He was the first commitment for the class of 2022 to Dave Aranda and had himself a weekend. And I wanted to get Kaian. We had him on before, but I wanted to kind of just follow up with him and see how things are. He, of course, has more and more interest from other colleges and programs around the country, and he joins us now on SicEm365 Radio. What did it mean to you? And I know that you just finished your official visit with Baylor. What did it mean to you to be that first commitment? Or does it mean much that you were the first commitment to Dave Aranda in the class of 2022?
To me, it really meant a lot to, like, you know, it's kind of like a first serve like type of thing to me. And, you know, I haven't exactly been the most loyal with Baylor because, you know, COVID and stuff, trying to experience other schools. But it means a lot to me.
You have you and Zach Pyron are kind of now the chief recruiters of the class in the class of 2022. Are you enjoying that, like, interacting with guys when they commit? Like, we just had Jordan Neighbors on, and I know that George Miley, you tweeted to him the other day when he committed. How much fun is that to reach out and meet your future teammates?
I think it's amazing. Like, I like all those people that all the committed, and they're, you know, great kids to me. I don't know, it really meant a lot.
Kaian, what's it been like to have the recruiting process actually open up? Like you said, when you made your commitment, like, everything shut down and there was no visiting last year for seniors, you know, none of this. So to have a weekend like this, and I know you've been around some other places, what's that been like?
You know, I always wanted Baylor to be like not the last one, but, you know, like the last one of the summer. So I was, you know, leading up to the schools will get better. So when I went to Mizzou was cool. Now Alabama was better, and then OSU was better, and then Baylor was really the make or break. If I was like, if I didn't like it, then I didn't like it. If I did, then I'm going to stay committed and, you know, continue my path there. I liked it a lot. I think, like, the people, I like the coaches, and I like the players too.
Did it validate your commitment?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I'm going to go on another visit. I just want to get those other officials out of the way, and also, like, who wouldn't want to travel?
Sure. So you're going to go to Hawaii on one of those two, right? I mean, one of those visits is going to be like Hawaii or whatever else. I'm kidding with you about that, but that would be fun. I had someone tell me that your photo shoot over the weekend at Baylor in pads was one of the most impressive things they've seen, and they've been doing that a long time. Did you just feel comfortable in that uniform?
I definitely felt comfortable in that uniform. It was I don't know, things just kind of like kept popping in my head.
How have you put on the 21 pounds? Just because you've gotten a little bit older? Weights, conditioning, appetite?
It's definitely me getting older. I think I'm, because I don't know, but you can look at me, I don't look fat. I'm just gaining a lot of, you know,
fat.
Natural weight.
Getting that good muscle, right?
Yeah.
I actually saw. Yeah. I think I saw Zach Pyron's brother, his younger brother, when we had Jordan Neighbors come on. He actually tweeted at Jordan, "Go get it," or "Good luck with that." It's like, how have you and Zach tied in together, as Paul mentioned, as kind of the ringleaders? What's the responsibility with that?
I mean, if you were to be like technical, like, you know, Coach Grimes is like, he's the offensive coordinator, and he coaches the tight end. So he would tell me that, like, we like to see the tight ends become the leaders and, like, one of the best players on the field, which I truly do love a lot. Because right now I'm like, you know, sort of like the lead by example type guy at my school, and everybody kind of also uses me as like a monkey because they want me to tell coach everything or ask coach everything because they're too scared to talk to my coach. And then I don't know. I kind of like the leader of the class thing.
You mentioned tight end. So that's changed a little bit, right? That was always on the table, but athlete, wherever you were going to play, because it looks like you are so athletic and your size allows you to be very flexible with where you end up. But is that now kind of been zeroed in? Is that's going to be it? And Jeff Grimes is offensive coordinator. That has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah. I kind of pulled it. I thought, when I moved back to my old school to Texas, I kind of thought I'd just be a running back. But my coach makes a lot of points. And he would tell me, he was like, you probably wouldn't get as much money if you was in the NFL if you were just one dimensional. You wouldn't be like a 3-down player or 4-down player. And, as a tight end, you can block, you can go run routes. You can say, you could do some wildcat stuff with you too. And I was like, I was just thinking, I was like, I can do tight end. I got to work on my hands. I got to work on my route running and all that, but it's getting better.
What has Jeff Grimes kind of said about your role and how he sees you fitting into this offense, or either him or any of the other coaches that you may have spoken with?
Hold on, there's a wasp in my room. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
He kind of like I don't know. I mean, it's like it's just it's kind of what I'm doing now. Literally, it's like exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm a little line up as a receiver or be inline block or run routes from that inline position. And, just a versatile versatile tight end.
Well, there was a young man out of the University of Florida, Kyle Pitts, and I'm not trying to get overboard here, but you saw how he exploded up the ranks when it comes to the NFL draft, and he had a monstrous year and was his size, his freakish athleticism. Did you watch much of him? Is that someone you would one day like to be compared to?
I two things. Yes, I watch him a lot because I'm not as tall as him, but I kind of like the versatility. I like the the little receiver thing he does. I want to match my game receiving wise to him, and I don't know. I would say I'm more of a more versatile, athletic version of Kyle Pitts. Like Kyle Pitts can't probably jump as high as I can or do the broad jump as much as I can. I'll be a better version. I want to. I wouldn't say that. I want to be a better version.
Right. So maybe Kyle Pitts, George Kittle, people like that, that combination. We're talking to Kaian Roberts-Day, Baylor commit from Festus High School in Missouri on SicEm365 Radio. How much, and we've heard a lot of things about Dave Aranda, and obviously the first year was difficult because of COVID. There was no contact other than Zoom, whatever, maybe calls. How much has he really taken control of this program?
It was cutting out. Were you saying
how much of an influence did Dave Aranda have on you? We hear a lot, he's a laid back personality, but he's got fire in his belly. Can you, Paul, we got him? Okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me, Kaian?
Let me call him back.
Yeah, I want to get this question about Dave Aranda because I get the impression that Dave Aranda was huge as well when it comes to Kaian Roberts-Day, and not just the commitment a year ago, but now following up and kind of reiterating. Kaian Roberts-Day joins us again from Festus High School in Missouri. How much has Dave Aranda had a role? And you hear about his personality, laid back. How huge was he in your commitment, and how much of a role did he play?
He is actually the first coach I've ever seen in my life, besides my high school coach, that is involved. He doesn't, when I was with my first one with Mizzou, Coach Drinkwitz was involved. He was involved a little bit, not as much as Coach Aranda, and then with Alabama, Nick Saban wasn't like, you know, he's professional, so I wouldn't assume he would be involved a lot. Then Coach Gundy, he was involved, just not as much as Coach Aranda. And Coach Aranda is like, he's trying to get involved. He's trying to make sure he actually himself personally has a relationship with his players and his recruits.
Kaian, what was it like to just be able to take these visits, take these trips, and be around others? What was it like to finally kind of live life again?
Well, when you say again, I've never done this before, so this is all new to me. But it was nice for me to kind of see new people, but people I know.
Right. Hey, congratulations. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed your trip and visit. Enjoy what else you got the rest of the summer, and we'll hopefully see you pretty soon. Great luck to your season coming up as well.
All right, thank you.
Kaian Roberts-Day, Festus High School, tight end, athlete, Wildcat, all the various things. You could kind of feel that Jeff Grimes' influence, and obviously with Dave Aranda being heavily involved as the head coach. That's not always the case. That doesn't mean the others aren't, but how heavily he is involved. When we come back,